5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey mom, I'm home. Gibby? What are you doing here? Carly, thank God, have you seen my bra? Bra? No, I haven't seen it actually. Wait, why do you need a bra anyways? Oh, well, that's an easy question. That's because I'm Gibby! That was my imitation of the iCarly where I hurt my fingers and I break my headphones. So if you moved to Mars lately and you haven't heard any news about Earth, iCarly is coming back with a reboot. Like 8 years later or some shit. It's coming back. Just to confirm it for you guys, Carly, aka Miranda, she posted this on Instagram where she's confirming that iCarly is coming back with Jerry and Nathan. And also on the back, it literally says, iCarly said it's coming back. Oh my god. Before I continue with the spoilers and everything else, keep in mind that Spencer, or Jerry Trainer, is 44 years old. This dude was like 30 when the show happened. He's 44 now. Anyways, looking at this picture, you're like, okay, there's Carly, there's Spencer, there's Freddy, but where the fuck is Sam? What happened to Sam Puckett? Well, it turns out there's like a crazy story behind this whole thing. And I didn't even know about this. I had to do a bunch of research to find out why Sam or Jennette, why she isn't going to be on the show. And holy shit, does this get deep. Deeper than your mom's.
However, while it looked like the cast were leaving a teenage dream, that wasn't always the case. In fact, behind the scenes, Jennette was suffering with something that had haunted her for years. McCurdy started working in the acting industry when she was just 11 years old, but she soon realized that to keep up with the competition, she needed to stay painfully thin. With the help of her mom, she was eating less than 900 calories a day.
900 calories a day. Does anyone realize that that's barely anything? If you look up the daily recommended calories for teenagers, it's basically about 2,200 calories for a girl. And she was taking 900. That's less than half. So 2 Oreo cookies have about 140 calories. If she eats 4 Oreo cookies, she has eaten 300 calories. And she only has 600 calories left. Let's just say she wants to eat a Big Mac, that's like 550 calories. And then she'll only have 50 calories left, where she's gonna have to breathe like 3 times. That's 50 calories right there.
Jennette was 15 and cracking under the pressure of being on a successful show. In a candid op-ed she wrote for Huffington Post, the actress wrote, "The stress of having to be on all the time got to me. I became more fixated on food and my body. I monitored every bite I took. I exercised obsessively.
Oh my God.
I measured my thighs with a measuring tape every night before bed."
I just realized how skinny she looks here. Like, look at her arms. Wait, look at that. Oh my god, I feel bad. Now that I think of it, we did see Sam go through like her being skinny. I feel like if there was a timestamp, you could see where she would look really skinny on her face. I never realized that she was going through an eating disorder. And then, come to think of it, they always made her eat on the show. If you think about it, every single show, they forced her to eat or to drink something. Like literally most of the episodes, she's probably eating or drinking something.
Jennette's character Sam moved in with Ariana's character.
Always
Pat,
eating and drinking. Oh my
but by
god.
this time, McCurdy, instead of being excited
Look.
and thankful for her success, she couldn't understand why kids were looking up to her as a role model. She later explained, "My great contribution to society was walking onto an overlit Nickelodeon set shouting lines about fried chicken, and that's what kids were looking up to? There was something about the shallowness of my success that made me resent it."
This got so fucking deep. I was over here excited that we were gonna see a reboot, but to learn that Sam was going through so much shit. And I did read an article where they said that they hated the past director because he made them do a bunch of shit that they didn't want to do. And I feel like while she was going through an eating disorder, the director was shoving a bunch of food up her throat and she had to do it for the show. I saw a TikTok video about her. I'm gonna show it to you guys right now, where I feel like it was made specifically for iCarly. Me thinking I'm at peace with my past traumas and have fully moved on. My past traumas resurfacing again with a vengeance. And this came out when people were asking her, why aren't you coming back to iCarly? Because they did see Carly's picture that she wasn't in there. And people were asking Jennette, hey, why aren't you coming back to iCarly? And I guess it brought her back to the miserable childhood that she had. And then she goes ahead and talks about what she had to go through on iCarly on her podcast.
How do you feel about that? How does that feel for you? Like, you're on hit shows, like you're a big name. Like, how is that? Does that mean anything to you, or do you not care? Like, what is that for you?
Dude, no, that's such a good question. It's the thing that I feel the most shame of in my entire life. I do not like any of the acting work that I have ever, like any of the projects that I've been a part of as an actor. And even talking about it, honestly, my heart starts to race and like I feel like I almost could cry.
So what I'm getting from this, she really hates it when people talk about iCarly because it does bring her bad memories. Even though we were laughing at the show because we were kids, we didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. How was she doing behind the scenes? And what the director pushed them to do behind the scenes while we were all laughing. That's so funny. She's eating all the time. That's a very funny joke. But she was the one taking the hits, right?
I know that like the shows, that some people liked the shows and like kids liked the shows. And I think that's great that they liked them. But for me, it was really hugely negative on my self-esteem and on my mental health. And I think largely contributed to so many eating disorders. And it's like, it's a thing that kind of haunts me. And I feel like I'm at this place now. I quit acting a couple years ago and I was like, fuck, I know what I want to do. I want to write. I want to direct. I'm going to work my ass off to try and make that happen in whatever capacity I can.
Anyways, moving on, because I don't want to turn this into a sad video where we talk about Sam, because there's a lot to talk about what she had to go through. But we're here for iCarly. So I got a couple of more spoilers, and they're saying that the studio is awesomeness. So it's not the old director. Thank God. The current producer said that the network is Paramount Plus and no one compares it to the old show at all. It's a new show and they take it as a new show. So it's basically iCarly, but I think we're not gonna have a Gibby. We're not gonna have Sam, or they might be replaced. Honestly, how can you replace Gibby? But what I'm happy about this is that we do get to have the same cast and we don't have the old jokes, which we would most likely find them cringy because we're all adults here. I'm just happy that they're not turning it into a fucking edgy, scary vampire shit like they did with the Winx Club. We did not talk about that show on this channel, so let's just continue. We are bringing iCarly more into the real world. It's not a Dan Warp show and it's not for kids, so there will be changes. I am so fucking excited about this. I want to see Carly, I want to see Freddie, I want to see Spencer, what they're up to now. This is going to be so cool because we're not just stuck back in 2012 with the jokes that made the kids laugh. We're going to have jokes about us that we can relate. Any word on Sam and Gibby? I don't feel like they're going to talk about Sam, but I don't know about Gibby. Will we see other characters like Guppy, Nora, Neville, Carly's dad? If they get rid of Neville, I mean, in my opinion, you can get rid of Gibby, but if they get rid of Neville, Neville was the first person that got canceled on the internet. The first ever canceled icon. So if they get rid of Neville, I'm suing someone. And when it comes to Sam, I feel like we should be a little happier for her The fact that she's not forcing herself to act on the show, because obviously it's gonna bring her back old memories. So now, and some more good news.
Since retired from acting since 2017 to focus more on writing and directing. Jennette's website bio gives a glimpse into her comedic wit and even takes a jab at her unfulfilling past work experience, reading, quote, "McCurdy felt ashamed of 90% of her resume and ultimately unfulfilled. So she turned to alcohol, but since that didn't work. She quit acting and began pursuing writing and directing in 2017.
So she's now doing what she likes. I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for Sam, and I have my hopes high for this show. We might not see Sam. I feel like we are gonna see Gibby. Actually, where the fuck is Gibby now? Wait, this is Gibby now? Damn, he grew up. Last thing, let me just bless you with this. iCarly's first audition with Carly, Sam, and Freddie.
Come on.
Look at how cute this is.
There you go.
Okay, doing it. Yeah.
Name.
Stand by.
Name, age,
Okay.
height.
Hey, I'm Nathan Kress.
And you're reading for?
I am reading for Freddie.
Fabulous. Okay.
So you got all those answers right.
That is
Yes.
so cute.
5 feet.
Wow, that's very cute. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys are happy with the good news that we're gonna get an iCarly reboot. I am so fucking excited because this used to be one of my favorite shows, and I'm so excited to see how they're gonna act now, like where they are now, right? Hit like, hit subscribe, the bell icon, whatever. I'll see you on the next one. I upload frequently because I have no life.